Hey guys, Mix here, and in today's video, as you guys can tell from the title and thumbnail, we are getting something very cool, very exciting, and a new project car for the channel. So as you guys know, we've had tons of project cars over the years. My 74 Corvette, my 74 MGB, my 64 Volvo 1800S, which we are working on right now, but it's pretty much done and ready to go, as you guys saw from the past few videos. But today we have a new project, one that I'm very excited for. And this is definitely a good project because of the stuff that it needs. So a couple months ago, I went and checked out this car. It's in another state, but I went and checked it out. I didn't bother making a video with it just because I wasn't sure if I was going to buy it. But I checked it out and knew that it was going to be a perfect project car for the channel because it has a great body, which body work, obviously I don't have the facilities and everything to do, you know, tons of body work. Am I capable of it? Maybe. As you guys know, we did the T-tops on the blue Corvette and it came out pretty good. But as far as engine wise and just mechanical things, that's where I really like to do. And this car needed a ton of mechanical work. Went ahead, made an offer and bought it, and it's getting delivered here any minute now. So once it gets here, we're gonna get it unloaded, and I'm sure it has a ton of parts with it that I'm pretty sure I remember seeing. We'll go over it and see exactly what it needs, because it's been a while since I've seen it. And I don't really remember exactly what it needs. I have an idea. Definitely needs an interior, and I think the engine also needs some work. But actually, I think they'll be pulling up any minute now. So I'm so excited to see this thing again. So guys, as you can see behind me, here is my new 1968 Chevrolet Corvette. So this car, as you can tell, has a very nice body. The body was redone over a decade ago, but it was actually sitting in a trailer for 10 years, I believe. But as you guys can see, it has no interior at all, which is fine because, as you guys know, on the 74 Corvette, we had to rip out the whole dash anyway to do all of the electronics inside, which was actually kind of fun to do. So I'm not too worried about that, but obviously this thing needs absolutely everything. And as you guys saw, it does run, but it does have a miss or like 2 dead cylinders. When it idles, it actually sounds like it's running on all 8, but once it's put in gear, it sounds like it just cuts out 2 dead cylinders because it vibrates like crazy. It doesn't sound too good anymore. But under the hood, it has a numbers matching 327. I believe this is the 300 horsepower model. But what's really cool about this car is because it is highly options. It has power brakes, power steering, AC, power windows. It's an automatic, which I always prefer stick. All my, you know, classic cars are stick shift, but it is going to be kind of cool to have an automatic because this could be a cruiser convertible with a white top, which is nice. So whoever optioned this car back in the 60s obviously just wanted a nice cruiser to really just enjoy and like just have a nice sports car. So I doubt this thing was ever beaten on, but obviously it needs a lot of work. You know, this thing is in shambles. It has absolutely 0 brakes. Apparently these are factory side pipes. Now the only thing is 68s didn't come with side pipes, but 69s did. But this is a late 68 made in December, I believe, so I have to look and see if it's maybe an option, which could be rare. But there's no cutouts or anything on the back for any type of, you know, normal exhaust or anything like that. It does have an L88 hood, which is pretty cool. I did want one of these for my 74. But over here, as you can see, we have a ton of extra parts in boxes, ton of trim pieces, little emblems, electronic stuff. So I have to go through all this and see exactly what I have and what I'm gonna still have to order. But here we have like new seats to reupholster the seats, you know, stuff for the dash all inside. These are LED type lights for the interior, which was kind of ahead of its time for back in the day. Basically just for your turn signals and everything like that. But for back then, this was pretty high tech. But one thing I will say is that it fires up pretty good. So if you just grab our key that's resting on the floor over here, it does fire up pretty good. It doesn't sound bad idling right now. Even over here, it just doesn't sound like it's really missing too much. But there's no accelerator pump on it right now, so it's not gonna rev up too good. Not bad. You can hear a little bit of a miss over here. Very slightly. I'm really hoping that we don't need to pull out the engine on this car. It won't be a big deal if we do need to. But I think first order of business is going to be doing a compression test to see if we actually have any dead cylinders, because that'll automatically tell us whether or not this engine's going to come out. My first thought originally was, since it's been sitting, maybe it had a few stuck valves, but the previous owner said he did check the valves because he did have to do the valve cover gaskets, and he said they were all moving, but maybe it's a valve clearance thing. That would be my hope, because if we have to do a top-end rebuild on this thing, it's not too big of a deal because we've obviously pulled an engine on Corvettes before, and it's not too hard, you know, there's not really too much here to take off. But one thing I do want to make sure is that we maintain this engine and this engine only, whether it has to be completely rebuilt by us or anything like that, because the fact that this is numbers matching is pretty cool, and there's no way that I'm gonna put, you know, a fully built engine in this thing. You know, this is definitely too nice of a car to do anything like that. My blue Corvette, obviously I could do that because it's not original, and that's kind of gonna be my race car, I guess you could say, because that thing is wicked fast. But this will be a nice cruiser, and obviously the convertible is a nice touch. But it doesn't smoke at all, so I wouldn't think that the piston rings are fried on this. It sounds like it, you know, when you crank it, doesn't sound like it has a dead miss anywhere. It could even be just simple as like a spark thing, or maybe the distributor or anything like that. But I'm sure we're gonna figure it out. You know, probably get a thermal gun on each cylinder and see which one exactly isn't firing correctly, and then we'll go from there. But I'm definitely super excited to start working on this thing. It is going to be a sick project and come out so nice when it's done. The paint on it has this crazy dust film on it that I think has honestly been just encapsulating it and keeping it protected. But as you can see, the chrome, everything is in immaculate condition. A lot of the interior pieces we have already. On the dash, it is showing 32,000 miles, but if I had to guess, it's probably 132,000. Underneath the car, you know, it has some rust here and there, but it definitely is not bad at all considering, you know, it's been in the Northeast. No crazy rust. The gas tank looks absolutely immaculate, which is nice. I don't actually know what exactly is in all of these boxes. Can of WD-40, it's always good to have. Got a fuel pump, which obviously you don't need, but it's good to have. It's an AC fuel pump, so that's pretty good quality. Sorted trim pieces here and there. Oh, here we go. Wow, these are factory hubcaps. These are definitely not the original wheels. I am gonna try and find an original set for them. Here we just have a ton of just like factory General Motors, really old stuff. Some of the stuff for like the steering wheel and like the horn assembly. There's a horn down there. But it's definitely a lot of the small stuff that's gonna take a long time. Like as I said before, like just literally everything is missing. You know, down to like the little horn linkages to hold the horn button in place. A lot of the windshield wiper motors and everything like that. Even with the headlights, like we're gonna have to figure out the whole vacuum system and everything like that, which we do have. Some of the linkage for the headlights and the windshields over here. Tons of trim. So I'm definitely gonna have to go through each of these boxes and just write down exactly what I have so I can figure out what I'm gonna need in order to rebuild this thing. A lot of the main components are here, but like I said before, a lot of the small stuff that's gonna have to get done. You know, there's a lot of stuff to go through. So I think I'm gonna have to make an inventory list and just work from there and just stay organized with all this stuff. Let's see if the windows work. Oh, they do. There's a lever back here. Okay. Here is our white top, which I do want to try and get out. Okay. So there's the top. Definitely a little dirty, but I think it'll clean up. Just gotta pull this back, put this down. These will snap in the back here. And then inside of here, basically you just pull it down. into the little slots. And just like the T-tops, you just have these levers and they clamp down there and there. All right, cool. The roof is actually in pretty good shape. The frame and everything is in great shape. It looks like it's brand new, actually. Let's make sure the door shuts. All right, cool. Definitely looks different. I mean, I gotta adjust it a little bit and straighten it out, but it definitely looks pretty cool with the white top and the red. That is definitely a sharp looking combo right there. But this will definitely clean up a little bit. There is a tear over there, so I can see about maybe getting this one repaired compared to just maybe getting a new one, because a nice sharp minty fresh white one would look nice. And obviously this back window is just covered in like oil, so it's super blurry. As you can see, you can't even see through that thing. Here we have like the little rear glove compartment, and it still has all of the original stickers on it. Now obviously this is in not good shape at all, but it is really cool to still have all of these factory stickers, the tire pressures, jacking instructions. This was actually in pretty good shape. And basically just a warning on how to like jack it up and that it's rear wheel drive. That is really cool stuff. So guys, definitely stay tuned to a ton of videos coming with this thing. It's not gonna hinder any type of other content. As you guys saw, I've been coming out with more NASCAR stuff, and I'm definitely gonna try and do some more dirt bike stuff because I know you guys like that stuff also, the mini bikes and all of that, but I definitely do really enjoy doing the cars, and this is just a super cool project that I think a lot of you are definitely going to enjoy. So anyway guys, I'm going to be ending off this video here. Follow my social medias, they will be on the outro of this video, Instagram and Snapchat, I see most. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel.